Episode 7, Echoes of the Past opening scene. The episode opens with a flashback to MIA Turner's childhood. She is seen with her parents at a park, her father teaching her basic self-defense moves. The scene transitions to the present, where MIA, as Shade Striker, is training intensely in her lair. Narrator, voiceover, in the shadows of our past, echoes linger. Shade Striker's journey takes her deeper into her own history as new threats arise. Scene 1. A ghost from the past. Shade Striker receives an anonymous tip about a new criminal organization called the Revenants. The message includes a cryptic clue that leads her to an old, abandoned factory. As she investigates, she encounters a masked figure who seems to know her every move. The figure escapes, leaving behind a pendant that belonged to Mia's father. Shade Striker, shocked, this pendant. It's my father's. How did they get it? Scene 2, seeking answers back at the lair, Shade Striker shows the pendant to Nightshade, Kara, and Jin. Kara runs a trace on the pendant, discovering it was last seen in possession of a notorious smuggler, Lucian Boss. Nightshade, Boss is a dangerous man. If he's involved with the Revenants, this could be bigger than we thought. Shade Striker, I need to find Voss and get some answers. He might know what happened to my father. Scene 3, the smuggler's den. Shade Striker and Nightshade track Voss to his hideout at the docks. They infiltrate the heavily guarded warehouse, using stealth and gadgets to avoid detection. Inside, they find Voss surrounded by his armed guards. Voss, Shade Striker, I've heard about you. What brings you to my humble abode? Shade Striker, I want to know about this pendant. It belongs to my father. Voss, grinning, your father. He was a tough one. But you'll have to do better than that to get answers. A battle ensues, with Shade Striker and Nightshade taking on Voss's guards. They fight their way to Voss, who tries to escape, but is cornered by Shade Striker. Shade Striker, tell me what you know, Voss. Now. Voss, reluctant, all right. Your father crossed paths with the Revenants years ago. They were after something he had, an artifact of great power. I don't know what happened to him, but the Revenants are still looking for it. Scene 4. The artifact. Voss provides a lead to an ancient temple hidden in the outskirts of Neon City, where the artifact is supposedly kept. Shade Striker and her team prepare for the journey, knowing they must find the artifact before the Revenants do. Kara, I've hacked into some old archives. The temple is guarded by ancient traps and puzzles. You'll need to be careful. Shade Striker, thanks, Kara. Let's move out. Scene 5, the temple. Shade Striker, Nightshade, and Jin reach the temple, navigating through dense forest and treacherous terrain. The temple is old and covered in vines, with an eerie aura surrounding it. Inside, they encounter a series of complex puzzles and traps. Shade Striker uses her agility and intelligence to solve the puzzles, while Nightshade and Jin disable the traps. Jin, this place gives me the creeps. Let's find that artifact and get out of here. Shade Striker, agreed. We're close. They reach the central chamber, where the artifact, the glowing, ancient amulet, rests on a pedestal. As Shade Striker approaches it, the masked figure from the factory appears, revealing themselves as the leader of the Revenants. Leader, you're too late, Shade Striker. The amulet belongs to us. Scene 6, the battle for the amulet. A fierce battle ensues. The leader of the Revenants is a formidable opponent, using dark energy and shadow techniques. Shade Striker fights with determination, using her skills and the power of her gauntlet. Nightshade and Jin provide backup, taking on the other Revenants. The fight is intense, with the temple's ancient traps activating around them, adding to the chaos. Shade Striker, I won't let you take this amulet. It's too dangerous. Leader, you have no idea what it's capable of. It's the key to ultimate power. Shade Striker manages to disarm the leader and secure the amulet. The leader escapes, vowing to return for the amulet. Leader, retreating, this isn't over, Shade Striker. The shadows will always seek the light. Scene 7, a new understanding. With the amulet in their possession, Shade Striker and her team return to the lair. They examine the artifact, realizing its potential and the danger it poses if it falls into the wrong hands. Nightshade, we need to keep this safe. The revenants won't stop until they get it. Shade Striker, I understand now. My father was protecting this amulet. I'll continue his mission and ensure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Closing scene, Shade Striker stands on a rooftop, looking out over the city with the amulet safely secured. The camera pans out, showing the sprawling city below as the sun begins to rise. Narrator, voiceover, in the echoes of the past, a hero finds her purpose. Shade Striker's journey continues, facing new threats and uncovering deeper truths about her own legacy. End of episode 7.